You know, God told him, look, if you eat of this tree, you will surely die. And, you know, I guess when he said you will surely die, he meant it in an all-encompassing way. Like, you know, that separation, you know, like once they ate the fruit, like they were separated from God. They knew that they had transgressed against God, that they sinned against God. And they're like, ever since then, it's like we've been dealing with the consequences of that sin, that separation from God. And the only way that we can be reconciled with God is through Jesus Christ. Like he is the way. Like he's the only way we can be reconciled and come back into right relationship and right standing with God. But I say all that to say that death and separation and grieving and mourning, all this pain that we experience, it was never in God's will. This is never what God intended to happen. You know, you can. Some people ask, like, why do bad things happen to good people? That wasn't God's plan. That wasn't God's purpose for us. Excuse me. But you know, when separation happens, it's a consequence of our actions. You know, and that's just a part of life now. You know, that's just a part of life. On this side of eternity, that's just a part of life. And, you know, we have to deal with that, you know, and by the grace of God, like he's given us methods, he's given us wisdom and knowledge to, you know, deal with the pain and the hurt that we have in our lives, because everybody's broken in some way or another. Nobody here can say that they're not hurt and they're not hurting from something or someone. You know, nobody can say that. But he's given us ways, he's given us like his wisdom in every single thing that we go through, every single hurt, every single pain that we go through. He's given us a way to get through it. You know, it's like, you know, we pray to God to, you know, take this pain away. Take it away, God. I don't want to deal with it anymore. But it's like, you know, if God always took the pain away, like, how would we get stronger? You know? Because, I mean, a separation, a loss, a death, you know, a breakup, breakups aren't easy. They don't get easier. You know, you get stronger. And, you know, the more you go through, like, the more pain that you endure, the more pain that you go through, you know, the stronger you become. It's like, you know, it's like you look at going to the gym. You know, the more weight you put up there, the more you go to the gym, the more you hurt. And the first day, like, it hurts. Like, that first day, especially if you ain't been in a while, the first day it hurts. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't even hardly move. It's like, oh my goodness, why did I do this? Why did I go to the gym? But it's like the more you keep going, as time goes on, you know, you get stronger. The weight doesn't get lighter, you just get stronger. And yeah, so basically I say all that, don't skip the grieving process. Don't act like you're Superman or Superwoman. Don't act like nothing can affect you. We all have a kryptonite, you know? And going back to the word, you know, David, he it's a yellow jacket. He all right. You know, he fasted, he prayed. You know, that's what they did when they were sorrowful and they were, you know, trying to, you know, petition God to, you know, give them something. You know, he prayed, he fasted, he grieved for that child. But, you know, it didn't work. You know, he didn't get what he wanted, you know. But it says here in and what you call it, where it said in verse 22, he said, while the child was still alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, who knows whether the Lord will be gracious to me, that the child may live. And, you know, when he said that, it was a, I guess he left it, he did all that he could do to say, he did all that he could do to, try to save that child, to intercede for that child. He did everything in his power. But when God didn't give him the thing that he prayed for, it's like, he got up, he got up, he anointed himself, he changed his clothes, and he ate. Like he moved up, he picked up and moved on. Because what was done is already done. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't raise the dead. The only person that can raise the dead is God himself. We don't have, the only thing we can do is petition God. And once we petition God, if we petition and he says no, then oh well. Like, it hurts, it sucks, but it's the truth. Like, we have to move on, but at least you can say that, you tried everything in your power to, get what you wanted. And, my boy Sean, like, he told me the same thing. Like, like, you can't, he was talking about, mommy putting, but I ain't about to say too much, but, he said that, I tried, I tried. At least I can go on, I can move on knowing that I tried everything in my power to get what I wanted. And, that's, I don't know, that's do all that you can do, Don't hold back. Don't, hold your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? If speaking from a relationship point of view, I don't know why I got to keep emphasizing that, but, like, say you want somebody back and, it's really grieving your heart, and, you pour your heart out. You put your heart on the table. You spill your guts, whatever you want to call it. And, they, like, no. They say no. It's like, it sucks, but, you've done all you can do. If you prayed, did everything, petitioned God, and, he said no, you did all you could do. And, you're only gonna, at that point, when you've done all you could do, I know it's a song that said, after you've done all you can, you just stand. I think it's by Marvin Sapp. But yeah, that's what you gotta, like, once you've done all you can do, don't leave, don't ever do something and say that, well, don't ever hold your tongue, don't ever be in a position, don't ever put yourself in a position like where you look back and you say, man, I could have, man, I should have, man, like, don't be in a position where you know that you had more to give and you didn't give it. I know that kind of went like a different direction than where I was at first, but I just feel like I needed to say that. Don't ever leave anything with a situation or whatever it may be with gas in the tank. Make sure you do everything that you can do in your power. Don't try to do God's job, because you'll make everything worse. But do everything in your power, as far as petitioning God and sacrificing everything to get what you want. Make the effort to be like, look, God, I want this, but if God says no, it's like, okay. So if he says no to one thing, he has to have something better, because God's not going to give you something worse than what you had before. He always has something better. And wow, I just preached to myself right then. But yeah, he always has something better. So yeah, that's the word. Main points, like, don't skip the grieving process, and don't leave empty. Don't leave it all on the court. Leave it all on the field. You know, don't bring anything off the field with you. Leave it all out there. So when what's said is said and what's done is done is done, you can't put yourself at fault. You know, at that point, once you've done all you can, it's in God's hands. So yeah, y'all, that's the word again. Yeah, I feel like God's really calling me to do this, because while I'm helping y'all, he's helping me. So yeah, love y'all, and y'all be blessed. Stay cool out here. It's hot.